Weapons play a massive part in Starfield. Chances are you'll pretty much always have a weapon at hand and you'll pretty much always be using weapons within the game. So simply, this is a video going over the best and rarest weapons that you can use within Starfield. Some of these are better for certain things, whilst others are better for other things, but generally speaking, these are the best weapons in the game, and these weapons that we go through are the weapons that you want to aim towards getting within Starfield. We'll also look at how you can get some of these weapons as well, so you know exactly what you're doing, and you know exactly what to aim towards in terms of weapons in Starfield. So, let's waste no more time, and let's get straight into the video. But just before that, I want to talk about today's sponsor, Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is a fantastic website where you can get great games for insanely cheap prices. One of those games is Starfield, which we're of course talking about in this video. On Instant Gaming, you could get the standard version of Starfield for around £45, which for a brand new AAA massive open world game is a very, very good price. So be sure to use Instant Gaming for the best deals across all gaming platforms for thousands of games. Be sure to use the link in the description to check out Instant Gaming for yourself. Getting back into the video. So first things first, we'll look at some unique weapons that you can get from merchants and the merchants that you can get them from. So the first one is Elegant, and that is from Roland Arms. Also from Roland Arms is the Zapper. Then from Laredo Firearms you can get the Prime and the Head Ranger. Then from Neon Tactical you can get the Boom Boom and the Buzz Cut. Then from Eludra you can get Pirate Legends. Then finally from Zura you can get both the Hunter Wolf and the Power Beast. Those are some unique weapons that you can get from weapon merchants at some of the major settlements, with most typically having 2 or 3 for sale, as we just went through. And these are pretty much rare weapons that basically will cost upwards of 20,000 credits, depending obviously on the stats of the weapon. Now, I would say these aren't the best weapons in the game, we'll go over those in a second, but these are the rarest weapons in the game. They're the least common weapons that you'll come across within Starfield, so I just thought I'd go through those and the merchants that you can get them from. So yeah, they're there. They're the unique weapons basically that you can pick up within the game, but now we'll actually look at the best weapons. So first up is the Unmitigated Violence. This is the Hunter's primary weapon, so discovering it's one of the top guns in Starfield really might not be that shocking at all. You can acquire the legendary laser rifle by defeating the Hunter at the Buried Temple. However, if you do decide to ally with him at the conclusion of the Unearthed main story mission, this won't actually be an option, so you might really want to rethink how you do that mission. Therefore, if you do desire the weapon, then obviously your best choices are going to be sizing with the Misery or no one at all. So yeah, that is the Unmitigated Violence weapon, one of the best weapons in the game. Next up is the Fiscal Quarter. Now the Fiscal Quarter is a rare rifle that you will receive from Walter Strood upon completing the All That Money Can Buy main story mission. You can initiate this quest by conversing with Walter at the lodge after concluding into the Unknown. To finalize it, you'll need to assist him in obtaining the artifacts from Neon and subsequently ensure his safe passage back to your ship after settling matters with Slaton. This is a strong weapon that I would genuinely really suggest using. It's got a good fire rate, its range is good, accuracy is good, the magazine is good. It's basically a good all-round weapon. So yeah, the Fiscal Quarter is one of my favourite weapons in the game, to be completely honest with you. Next up is the Experiment A7. Now this is a rare shotgun that you can obtain while exploring the distress signal from the Nishina research station in the Entangled main story mission. You'll receive this weapon from a security guard named Ethan about midway through the mission, and you'll likely discover it's among the top guns in Starfield for actually handling all those aliens. Something I'd really suggest using. It might not be one that you use all the time, but when you do need to use it, it's going to be very, very good. It's got a pretty good accuracy, and its damage, of course, is very, very impressive. Definitely one worth getting. Next up is a pretty classic type of weapon, in my opinion, and this is the Deadeye. So, to acquire the Deadeye, you need to accept Marshal Blake's proposal to become a deputy within the deputized side quest for the Freestar Collective in Aquila City. Along with the weapon, you'll also get a deputy hat and ranger deputy uniform, letting you fully embrace your space cowboy or cowgirl aspirations. Now this has a decent fire rate, it's got a good range, but it's also got a laser sight and it's got some good rounds which will deal some good damage. It's good for those really precise and powerful shots. A weapon I recommend picking up, particularly for its really nice looks. So, moving on, we have the Kiel, which is awarded to you when you complete the Echoes of the Past side mission. This mission is initiated when you enter the United Colony's airspace with contraband on your ship or a bounty on your head, which is followed by finishing the Deep Cover quest. Now in terms of magazine range and rounds, it isn't great, but where it really shines is that high fire rate, a decent accuracy, and it's also got a good laser sight with a good long barrel, and it is fully automatic as well. Good weapon I would recommend picking up. So the next best weapon is the Peacekeeper, bit of an odd name for a weapon. Now if you linger around the Altair system, you will eventually pick up a distress signal from someone named Private Mahoney, initiating the Ground Pounder side quest. To finalize the quest, you'll need to visit the Freestar Collective Research Outpost on Altair 2 and address a group of spacers. As a reward for your efforts in doing this, you'll be given the Peacekeeper. Now this has a good magazine, it's got a great fire rate, its range is pretty solid, it's got a good accuracy, and overall is a very good weapon. So yeah, really contradicting its name for the Peacekeeper, but that is a solid weapon that I do recommend picking up. Next up is a weapon called the Eternity's Gate, and this is a legendary particle beam rifle, considered by many as actually the top weapon in Starfield, and undeniably one of its most valuable guns. Now, you can acquire this weapon by overcoming the misery at the Buried Temple. However, this opportunity will only arise if you decide to align with the Hunter during the Unearthed main story mission, or with no one. But by doing that, you'll pick up arguably the best game in the entirety of Starfield. The rounds for this are great, the energy is great, the range is great, the fire rate is great, the accuracy is great. This really is a good weapon. It's got a long barrel, it's got a recon laser sight, it's got a short scope, it's got a focus novel, and it even has a tactical magazine. You really couldn't ask for much more in terms of anything really with this weapon. It's great, it's powerful. You really won't be missing out if you use this. And to be honest, I'm going to be completely honest, I've saved this one till last because, well, in my opinion, it is the best weapon in Starfield. And this also isn't just my opinion, I've seen many opinions of people thinking the exact same thing. So yeah, if you really are looking for the best weapon, then it is going to be Eternity's Gate. But trust me when I say, none of these weapons that I've mentioned will do a bad job whatsoever. Even the ones I mentioned right at the beginning, the unique weapons that you get from certain merchants, they're going to do a good job as well. Any of these weapons, if you get any of them, you won't be in trouble since they are all great. Some of them, obviously, like the shotguns, are only going to be good at close range, but a lot of these, especially the Eternity's Gates, will be great in many different scenarios. But there you have it. Those are the best and rarest weapons that you can find within Starfield. Those are the weapons that you simply just need. And yeah, that does just about wrap up things here. Hopefully now you know exactly what weapons to go for within Starfield. On screen now, you are seeing a link to a different video. Hit the link on the screen if you are interested in watching that.